Um, hey guys, this is day 19 um, of, I don't know, just recording my journey, my walk with Christ. Oh, um, and today is December, today is Wednesday, December 31st. Yes, we are just hours away from finishing the year. Um, oh crap. Yeah, so we're hours away from finishing the year, and today I just want to talk about just how 2025 has been the best year of my life so far. Um, so if you've listened to day one, um, or like the past days, you'd know or have like you'd know that I've said that uh, my entire life I didn't really I wasn't a Christian at all. No. I didn't have a relationship with God. I hated going to church. I thought I had this I was basically an atheist that oh like hold on. I was like just not an atheist cuz I mean I believed in God, or I claimed to believe. Um, but again, I just lived how I wanted. I lived as if I was an atheist, as if, you know, uh, as if my flesh was my God. Um, yeah, and just, I was just looking, again, like everyone does at some point. Um, oh, um, as everyone does at some point, um, they they have this void in their heart um, that they try to fill with anything else but God, because they think, oh, I don't want to be like called religious or like a Jesus freak or like weird. Um, so they go ahead and try to fill it with pretty much every sin possible. Um, Lust, like women, uh, or just a partner in general. Um, Money, status, like, you're worrying about what other people think of you, fame, um, I mean, yeah, just all your life, well, all my life, I've been following my flesh. I was focused on all these earthly stuff. I was so focused on gaining the approval of people. Uh, I was so focused on a relationship, and I was looking more for, like, I thought I wanted a relationship, but it was more because everyone around me was, in a relationship. Um, and then I just thought like, okay, so I guess I should, you know, uh, try to be with someone. It's so stupid. Um, and yeah, oh my gosh. But I mean, the previous year, 2024, I guess I started like actually paying a bit more attention, or being like one a bit more dedicated to my faith. Uh, um, but it was just really to fit in. Yeah, just again, I claim to like believe in God. I claim to, be like a Christian, just so I could fit in certain groups with certain people, gain their approval. And again, since I was following my flesh, I I'm not proud to say this, and it's wild, uh, but again, I would have these unholy thoughts uh, about some people. Um, Again, just, and yes, they were lustful thoughts. Um, but then again, I would um, follow my flesh all this time, doing whatever I wanted, uh, living however I wanted, cherry picking what I liked from, you know, the cherry picking what I liked about following Christ, and what I didn't like, I just, set it aside, or I just completely ignored it. And again, since at the time in 2024, I did not have a Bible, or yeah, I had a Bible like late late 2024, like December. Yeah, almost 2025. Um, so yes, it is essential to have a Bible. It's so critical. I mean, if you want to actually um, grow in your relationship with Christ, sorry, that was a massive voice crack again. Um, if you want to grow in Christ, you have to have a Bible. If not, you're just gonna be so easily deceived by what other people say, and you're gonna be um, interpreting the law, Jesus's teachings, uh, your own way. You're gonna have your own interpretation, which, I mean, my interpretation right now is not the best. I mean, it could be better. So, looking back, it was, yeah, no, it was not good. And yeah, so I thought that, again, I was treating God as if he was a genie that granted me whatever I wanted. Is if I believe this enough, if I have enough faith, I can get this because God loves me. I mean, what the heck, dude? That is so wrong. That is so wrong. Um, yeah, it's just, no, it's just not right. That's not how it works. And I would get mad because, certain people that I wanted to impress, um, or maybe this person I liked, uh, like wouldn't I, or I felt like they didn't like notice me, and I would be mad at God because like my friends, uh, like we're getting into relationships. And again, oh wait, and it for me it didn't matter, since again I didn't have a Bible. My discernment was zero, absolutely no discernment. um I did not care whether that relationship, like, of those people around me was actually from Christ or not. I just complained because, uh, yeah, I would be like, God, why did you give them a partner, but you are like, I'm, I'm having, I'm having faith in you, and you don't give me stuff. Like, you don't give me what I want or who I want. And yeah, it was just like an emotional roller coaster, but it was bad. Like, it was just foolishness. Yeah, I was being extremely foolish. Like, oh my gosh. I was such a hypocrite. Um, Again, I thought it was like, I give you faith, you give me this person, you give me money, you give me fame, you give me status, you give me this dream, like this job. That's what I thought. That's what my attitude was. That's what my heart posture was. And yes, I got mad at God really often. But again, I didn't even pray at all. I was just holding this title of like being Christian, and having a Bible verse in my bio, which again I didn't read the Bible. I just looked up like on Google. I just looked up Bible verses about faith, and I just picked the one that okay, I'm gonna pick this one. Boom, and I think it was it was from Matthew. Oh my gosh, it's just so dumb. And I put that verse in my bio, like my on my Instagram profile, and I was holding onto this title of being a Christian while I was living for the world. Doing all this, like, being a fraud, not like living for the world and trying to live for God at the same time. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was pretty much my 2024. 2025, this year has been a blessing and maybe a curse. Why? A blessing because God has put me through so much stuff. He has put me through so much stuff, so many trials, so many tribulations. I felt humiliated so many times. I felt overlooked so many times. And I was still a lukewarm Christian. Yeah, I was posting Bible verses. Now I had a Bible. I was reading it every day, but I was just like, let me just pick a random Bible verse, here. Well, let's see what God wants to tell me. Yeah, like, dude, what? Absolutely no context, no backstory, just straight up verses. And I was expecting it will happen because of your faith. This thing that you want, this desire that you have, it's going to come to life. I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, I was still living in sin. And my heart posture again. I mean, yeah, I guess I wasn't being as lustful as I was in 2024, but my heart posture still, it was wrong. I was focusing on how much time I could, like like oh you know, it's been what, 5, like, for example, I would tell my friends, oh, you know what, I've been 4 months, like, uh clean from lust. Yes, and just keeping it like a record, or and yeah, just, I mean, that, and if you do that, I'm telling you right now, that is not the correct heart posture. You shouldn't focus on, like, how much time have you gone without sinning, because that falls into the category of focusing on your sin more than on your Savior. Hey, um, but yeah, I mean, I had this, and yes, I ended up falling, like, what, in May, and I was bragging about it since, like, August, from this year, 2025. Um, so yeah, I guess I was few months without falling into lust. So what? Your heart was still prideful. You thought you were better than, uh, I guess, atheists. You thought, um, that you could hold on to, let's say, friendships that poisoned your walk with Christ, and you could also hold on to Christ. You thought you could have, both sides and prosper. No, 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 you couldn't. And this summer, the summer of 2025, it was life changing, because God put me through so many trials. He put me in so many circumstances in which I felt humiliated. It sucked. I took so many losses. Not exactly like, I didn't lose, like, people, like, in the sense that they passed away. No, I just, for example, in sports, I play sports. So yeah, pretty much, my summer season, like, sports wise, was horrible. We'd lose every game, and we'd be, like, humiliated. I was so tired. I mean, I was just being, it was test after test after test after test after test. And at the time, it felt as a curse. It felt as if I was being overlooked, as if God hated me, as if He had favorites, as if, I don't know, uh, yeah, as if He just wanted to bless other people before me, and I would compare myself to all these, like, people on social media, just because, I don't know, I'd see, like, a post of them, like, I don't know, just being happy, and, talking about God in their, like, captions or whatever. Hold up. What was it? So yeah, I mean, and it was a blessing. All of those trials, all those situations in that God put me through, they sucked. Absolutely, they did. Yes, I felt alone. I felt like nobody understood me. I mean, yeah, I had a few friends, but, like, that kind of understood me, but I didn't really talk to them, like, every day. Like, probably once every, like, 6 months or something like that. And yeah, I just felt like alone. Like, I was alone, forsaken. But again, with these trials, with these tribulations, also came blessings. Like, well, yes, like, my walk with Christ, strengthened, Uh, my discernment grew up so much. I mean, I was a child of God. Like, well, I'm a child of God, yes, but I was actually living the life of an actual Christian, of a true Christian, of a true follower of Christ. And Jesus revealed so much stuff to me. Did I cry? Yes. Did I curse God? Like, did I tell like, did I drop like some f bombs at God? Yes. Uh, yes, I did. And again, and I and I have this like really cool perspective because uh, God also told me that how people seem to be on the outside to again, and this is obvious, but at the same time it's not, because I mean, you can see someone that posts Bible verses in their stories every day. You can see them reading their Bibles at school every day. You can see them like being all good for all like passion, all fired up for Christ at school or like in public, but in private, when they are alone, when it's them and Jesus, that's when it matters. That is when a true Christian and a lukewarm Christian, differentiate. And this helped my discernment too, because I learned that not precisely, well, in my case, that not precisely that every girl that claims to follow Christ on either social media or in person, or all these like fancy titles they might have, that doesn't mean that they're not living in sin still, that uh that God has actually called them to be in a relationship, or all these stuff that could be recognized, like, I guess you'd call them red flags. But I mean, and I'm glad God taught me this. I'm so glad and thankful. God is so good. And again, even after the summer, like August, September, October, November, God still taught me so, like in December too. So in these past 5 months, God has taught me so much. I've grown in my relationship with Christ so much. And it's absolutely worth it. Can I still improve? Absolutely, I can. Can I still be more like Christ? Absolutely. Can I still learn to like love the way that Jesus called us to love, like in a better way? Totally. And I mean, yeah. And I'm just, oh my gosh, these voice cracks. Okay. And again, this year God put me through the fire. I can say that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, 2025 was the year I actually gave my life to Christ. I mean, and so much happened in not even a year. So much stuff happened. I mean, if I could compare like the Eric from December 2024 to me right now, I mean, maybe you won't notice much. I mean, you will notice that I don't have the mustache, or at least I'm trying to grow it out. But again, you would notice. I mean, there's just so much difference. So, I'm so different than I was 1 year ago. And it's all because of Jesus. He did this. He transformed me. He renewed me. He had mercy on my soul to, despite on everything I said about him, everything I did, everything I thought, every stupid decision I've made in my life, despite all that, he still decided to, put me in the right direction. He still decided to show me that he is the way, the truth, and the life. He still decided to wake me up every single day. He still decided to put food on my plate. He still decided to give me a family. He still decided to love me. He still decided to forgive me. And it's not this cheap love in which you get everything you want because they love me, so I should get everything I want. They should give me everything I want because, I mean, that's why you claim to love me, right? No, that's not love. Love is when you genuinely want what is best for someone. And that is Jesus. That is God. That is, even though they don't believe, even though they don't want to believe, even though they're mad at God, even though, I don't know, whatever they've done in their past, whatever they've been taught to believe, if you truly love them, if you truly care about them and their well-being, you will tell them about Jesus. You will tell them that he is the only way, the only truth, and the only life, and that no one can come to the Father except through him. That is actual love. That is true love. The other thing is just, again, it's like being a genie. No love. Just, okay, I'll give you what you want, and then I'll come back when you need me, or when you want me to give you more stuff that you don't even know if it's best for you, but you want it instantly right now, so I guess I'll just give it to you because I love you. No. That's stupid. Wait. Monday! Wait. Hold on a second, guys. No, estaba disfrutando el frío después de la birria. ¿Tú vienes a tu trono? Entonces.
Vine a hablarte. Para
okay.
que vayas.
Ok.
Echarme un pedito también. Ay, güey. Hijo de su pinche madre. Bien lleno, no manches.
Hey guys, sorry for ending like the thing, because my dad, my dad stepped up, like, this, okay, can I, okay, no, so there's some, like, in the roof, and so he, like, went up the stairs to, like, because I was being called, yeah, because it was time to play, like some family games, you know. So yeah, we're back. Okay, so we were discussing, or I was telling you guys, about what actual love looks like. And it's not, again, it's not, well, I already said it. So yeah, with the ups and downs that that 2025 has brought, well, God, but yeah, I'm still grateful for every trial, every door closed, every door open, every tear, every drop of sweat, every time that I wanted to give up, every time I thought again that I was being overlooked. So it's hard. It's hard when God isolates you, when He isolates you, so you can again grow in your walk with Christ. It's hard, but that's when He teaches you to only depend on Him, not on your pastor, not on your best friend, not on, any other person, independently of what they do, what their, like, what their function is in your life. You shouldn't depend on any of them. You should only rely on God, on Jesus. And yes, it's true what they say, that it is mostly, most of the time, you only realize how much of a blessing God put you through only after, only after the trial has passed, or, yeah, because in the moment, you might feel angry, sad, frustrated, confused. That's totally valid. But if you give up, if you decide to step back or step aside, I mean, sure, you go ahead, but you're gonna end up in the same place you were. I mean, yeah, why would you give up? God didn't bring you this far just to bring you this far. Every time He wakes you up, it is for a reason. Every time He wakes you up, He has a plan for you. So, if you're seeing this, God's not done with you. Don't give up. Don't give up on God, because He'll never give up on you. And He promises that He will prosper you. That's a promise. Not only from me, from Him. He promises to never leave you nor forsake you. He promises to prosper you and not harm you. Was it worth it? Absolutely it was. I mean, I don't even want to imagine where I'd be if I didn't give my life to Jesus. I'd probably be, chasing after girls or chasing after a job or any worldly desire. I'd probably not even be here. Who knows? And the good thing is that I don't have to think about that. You know why? Because Jesus saved me. Because he came down to this earth, became a man, lived a perfect life, and though he was perfect, he was crucified, he was mocked, he was spat on, he was whipped. Imagine the worst pain possible or imaginable. Jesus went through that probably 100 times more at least. Because not even his body at the point where he was going to be crucified, his body was already not recognizable. And what I mean by this, you couldn't even distinguish if he was a human being. I mean, he was beaten up that bad. And I mean, that is already incredible, unimaginable resistance. But at the same time, he was carrying your sin, my sin, everyone's sins, past, present, and future, forever. And it's already hard enough to carry our cross. Just imagine what Jesus went through. He carried a cross that weighed at least 300 pounds, while again his intestines were showing. There was really no logic reason to think why he was still alive. And yet he did all of this. He went through all of that just for you and for me. So when you meditate on that, and that's only a fraction. That's not even the entire. That's only like a sample of his love. That's only a sample of his love for us. So if your entire life you have been looking for someone to value you for who you are, no matter what you do, say, or think, there's Jesus. Right there. Up there in heaven. And he's taking care of you. If you let him. And I know it might sound frustrating because a lot of times that I heard this, I was like, oh, come on, the same thing again. But it's true. God's will for your life is infinite, a million, a billion times better than whatever you were planning for your life. Gee. Hey, see? That's Jesus telling me that was a banger. That was a banger line, well, whatever. So really just today, just be grateful. Just be grateful for what God has brought you through. And if you're not serious about Christ yet, or don't even know Him at all, I mean, what are you waiting for? Give it a genuine try. You will not regret it. If you genuinely seek Christ, if you genuinely seek Him for who He is, I promise you, and He promises you, that you will not regret it. It will be the best decision you've ever made in your entire life. So yes, that's how my 2025 has been. Again, stepping into 2026, not knowing what the future holds, but knowing who holds it. Stay blessed, y'all. Remember, trust Jesus. Trust that He is working even when you can't see Him, even when you can't feel it. He is always working. He never stops working. Stay blessed, y'all. Bye.